really thinking about dropping down to a dorsal so I can get a plasma torpedo. I know, dorsal's dumb, but in the last game I shot my TLT once, so...
You were advanced slamming the whole time?
What?
You were advanced slamming so often you didn't have the TLT shot? Or?
No, on the Y-wing, is what I'm saying. Oh, not a dorsal on the Marine.
Yeah, that's why I was really confused. I was like, I mean, I guess you can do that.
That is a legal upgrade, yes.
Sure. But yeah, okay, I get what you're saying now. That makes way more sense.
Yeah, well, it's also... I was toying around with the idea of going down to dorsal and putting a thermal detonator on it too.
Yeah.
But then at that point, I might as well just get 2 seismics and go auto blaster and no BTL. I almost didn't bring BTL today because all those freaking jump masters.
I want to put it like here, but I don't know if I actually want to.
Me.
You have R46 on yours, right?
Yeah, gotta get them crits.
I mean, I expect it to be there, but every once in a while.
So that was the other thing. I was thinking about putting the stress spot on Biggs and just flying a different ship than the Y-Wing. Because I really hate it sometimes. I got a real serious love-hate relationship.
That's understandable, because you also fly Empire from time to time. Like,
well, yeah, that's kind of the thing. I was like, I faced triple defenders, and at one point, yeah, they were all just like double stressed, and he was like trying to clear it. I'm like, dude, my Y-Wing can fly with you guys. That's not a big deal.
It's like, you're never clearing this. Just accept it.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I still get the evade. I'm like, just?
Not anymore, bro.
He showed me the card. I was like, what? Sorry, dude.
Oh, yeah, we did. Good luck.
Good luck.
Hanging out.
Time to start. That's right. I was getting like, I was just trying to say something. The guy I was playing was like, oh, we should fin boost a barrel. I'm like, you're over there. We're fighting. What does it matter, dude? Well, I'm saying. I'll just double check that they're all going the same. I really don't need dial songs. I'm not sure what the difference would be.
Okay, we are back for round 2. We have gotten underway. We were having some issues with the timer. I apologize. We were having to take it off. It was counting down 3 seconds at a time and 2 seconds at a time and lots of fun stuff. So we'll just keep you guys updated. We're at 72 minutes left in the round right now, so we just kind of got underway. We have Will Haigwood, who was the Hoth champion, as well as Tyler Tippet, who placed in the top 8 at Worlds. So we know it's another Decimator list, but we just figured these are 2 really great players, and it was going to be a good game.
It is. It's another Imperials versus Rebels, but different lists coming up here. So we have Chirnu on one side and Biggs on the other side, but the rest of the ships are different from what we saw in our first round. We'll get to see Vader fly here.
Yeah, exciting.
Vader kind of hasn't been around that much in the meta, but I know Ron's a big fan of Vader, and so it's exciting to see Vader get placed on the table, loaded out with cruise missiles, no less. So
nice.
we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I know Ron was trying that too, so we'll see how that goes here. And then Will is playing Miranda with, I can't quite read all of those. You can read them out
it's
for me.
bombs. It's a lot of bombs. No missiles, but heavy on the bombs.
It looks like it's probably the same list he had. Oh, no, it's not, because it's got bomblet generator on it. So, yeah, he has updated it a little bit. So it's TLT with the Advanced Slam, Bomb Generator, and Sabine. And then he's also got Biggs with R4D6 and integrated. And then he has a good old-fashioned Gold Squadron pilot with TLT, R3A2, and the BTL title. So he's got a little bit of stress control happening here.
And that's another ship that was popular and kind of fell out of favor for a little while.
Yeah.
And we see it kind of making a comeback here as the meta shifts.
Well, as Rebels are becoming more of a thing again, I mean, you're never going to – TLT is always going to be a thing. It's just the best, most consistent way to put out damage in the game, period.
Yeah.
So anytime Rebels are kind of coming back into favor – Gold Squadron pilots will come back as well. They're not as good as the Scum Y-Wing because they don't have that unhinged salvaged astromech slot where their dial becomes a lot more friendly with a lot more greens. But like I said, TLT is still just a really good damage output
TLT is great, and then being able to put that stress out, and that stress is going to be very relevant
It
here.
is, especially with Vader.
Exactly. If you take actions away from Vader, you are basically killing his effectiveness in a big way.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Tyler kind of tries to avoid that TLT, doing some arc dodging with Vader. Obviously, he has engine upgrade and barrel roll to get some.
Does he have the thrusters on there for Vader as well, or no? Because you said he has an engine, right?
He has engine upgrade, that's right. And then the TIE Advanced can already barrel roll, is that right?
Yes. So he does not have thrusters on there. He just took the engine to took the engine.
Okay, so we see Chiranu moving in towards the middle of the board.
Which makes sense. Try to get out of that joust. Because that jousting, again, Vader Decimator does not want to joust. Especially with Miranda with a bunch of bombs.
Absolutely. We do see Vader turning away here. Wants no part of that stress Y-Wing.
Nope.
And so just boosting, just getting away.
Hopefully we'll be able to see this, but Tyler's Decimator has actually been modded up by Luke Carrington. It looks like they took some of the back tail end off of the I'm blanking on the name of it, but one of the Imperial Epic ships, and put it on the back of that Decimator. So it's got a huge engine coming out of the back of it. So it's equipped with an engine upgrade in more than one way.
That is awesome. Yeah, we'll have to get a good look at that if this Decimator gets turned around here.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
And so we're measuring for distance here from that Decimator. Looks like we'll have shots fired. Another interesting thing is with the bombs on Miranda, if you're not behind her, then those bombs are much less effective. So Tyler kind of staying out in front of this list and sort of dragging them through the middle of the board.
You kind of have to, especially with Advanced Slam, the ability to drop those after you move. I mean, it's a huge bubble in which Miranda can drop those bombs every turn with that bomb generator. So, and with Sabine tied onto that, it can just be nasty.
Yeah, absolutely. Just consistent damage.
Yeah, and Will is a very good Miranda player, so he will be using those bombs and the Advanced Slam triggers to his benefit there.
All right, we have the players being very friendly to our screen
Yay.
here. Thank you, players.
Yeah.
And we had 2 TLT shots from Miranda, which took two shield off the Decimator.
I think you do. You would have traded just shots with the Y-Wing, maybe.
I think Tippet's pretty okay with that.
And they're checking arc here for the Y-Wing, it looks like, to see if he...
Seems like it's gonna... kind of hard to tell if that's gonna clip or not. Looks like they're pulling out the ruler. It's the better way to do it, in my opinion, assuming you don't bump things.
Yeah, that's the key, right?
Looks like the Y-Wing does have the shot out the front arc first TLT shot, probably.
Or the primary, this could be.
I guess.
All right.
I'm not sure why we would. Oh, then to do the TLT, yeah, obviously. Hello.
Yep. All right. Primary first here. Stress me. Stress you. Primary range 3.
Here comes the TLT shots.
Oh, that could have been Biggs firing in that first
Oh,
round
maybe.
of fire. I think that could have been Biggs,
Yeah, I
and
think
now
you're
we,
right.
now
And
we
now
have the
here,
Y-wing.
now we have the primary from the Y-wing.
And now the first TLT.
Yeah.
Second one's first.
And so this Decimator taking damage
Already
early.
into the hull there.
All right.
All
That
right.
took out.
So 5 damage down on that Decimator.
Yeah, that
And
happens with
and-
4 TLTs.
And 2 stress tokens.
Oh,
You can see Will is keeping track of the stress with a 6-sided die.
yep.
That Y-wing is probably stressed for the rest of the game here.
Probably, especially since it's about to go through a debris field on top of it.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what Will's plan is here. If he tries to dodge that debris with Biggs and with Miranda and kind of come around a little bit,
Or if he's just
or if
gonna
he's just gonna say YOLO, go right through it,
just give chase. Yeah.
because the Decimator with an engine can be very hard to keep in range.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
He wants to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, so does Tyler kind of turn away here, kind of circle back around?
You know,
Clear those stress a little bit.
with the placement of those rocks right there, you know, I'm kind of leaning towards a one bank in either direction will put you on a path to clear those obstacles easily. But I'm wondering if he just wants to do a hard one down on the board and boost.
Sure.
That might be just to try to get some distance.
Okay, so
But he might want to stay range 1 just so the TLTs aren't active.
yeah, that's a good point.
So
And then
he might hard one the other way and just stay really close now.
and then he's still getting good damage in. So we see Biggs here going straight, avoiding that debris.
Miranda doing the same.
Miranda doing the same. I couldn't tell, but that Y-wing might have actually taken a damage from that
It might
debris.
have. There was a damage rolled. I don't know if it was a critical or not.
So we'll keep an eye on that.
Okay, so he's doing the 2 bank, weaving through those rocks like a champ there.
Yep. Perfect maneuvering there.
So we'll see what happens here. Obviously, he's out of Biggs arc.
And no actions because he's still stressed, so he's
Yeah.
just going to park it right there.
Yeah, he'll have the 2 TLT shots still coming at him, though.
It's matches like this where
Okay,
the
so
Y-wing still makes
Vader
the
barrel rolls.
Interesting.
And
Boost,
then
so he gets the
boost.
shot.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Vader's not in really any danger here, so I think it's safe to just get an arc on that Y-wing. And Vader gets the first shot here, range 3 on the Y-wing.
1.
I think that is a hit, and looks like it's evaded. And now Chiranu shooting with the turret, with the turret primary, I should say.
Yeah, he's got the primary first, and then
Oh, Y-wing. Y-wing's going to win this game for me.
And that was either evaded or 1 damage. We'll
yeah,
get an
we'll kind
update.
of get it confirmed. Oh, okay, so that's good. Miranda's out of
Out of
range of the Decimators. That's nice for Tippet there.
And nothing for
But-
Biggs either. So we just have this
Yeah.
Y-wing plinking away at the Decimator.
So there's the primary. Hits for 1. Oh, it's a crit. Brutal. We'll get an update on that later. And then here comes TLT number 1.
So I'm going to stress me again. So that's TLT 1.
Stress.
Looks like
That's
2.
damage.
the smallest asteroid.
TLT number 2.
And And
That's a damage.
Another damage.
Okay,
So the Decimator taking
3, and one of them is a crit.
One of them is a crit. I'll run over and check out that crit and then get a damage update on the Y-Wing.
It's fine. I love that.
So, you know, Tyler's in a little bit of a rough spot right now with these TLTs. I think his plan at this point is to try and keep pulling everybody through the rocks and maybe just dealing and separate his forces a little bit here. That Y-Wing, I'm sure, is just going to keep going straight at that Decimator and plinking away and hopefully, you know, at least putting through 2 a turn with his TLTs, and if he gets a hit in with his primary attack, great. So that's probably going to be Will's strategy there, is going after that Decimator. As far as Biggs and Miranda, I'm thinking he's going to keep them together to protect Miranda. So we'll kind of see if Will's going to turn in now and what Vader's plan is going to be. I think Vader probably should actually just try and chase that Y-Wing maybe, because I would bet you that Y-Wing's just going to try to chase after that Decimator. So if it segregates away from Biggs and Miranda, it might just be an easy target between Vader and the Decimator to try to take that off the board with the stress control.
So the crit on the Decimator is Major Hull Breach. So all damage cards from now on are dealt face up. Oh. So pretty brutal.
So those TLT shots should have been face up.
Oh, it's starting the round after the round. that it's
Okay,
out.
fair enough.
Yeah.
There we go.
But
that is brutal on a Decimator.
8 hull points left, and every single one of those
It's a
is going to be a
crit.
crit.
Ugh. That's pretty brutal.
Pretty nasty. You can spend an action to flip it, however,
Super stressed.
with this Decimator super stress. So that's
Yeah, that
bad
is
news.
Really bad news for Tyler.
Yeah.
Very, very bad news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he can kind of recover from that a little bit.
I don't know. Do you just run away and try to repair that? I don't know.
I mean, I think what I was saying to our wonderful listeners is I'm expecting Tyler to push a little bit further towards the edge of the board with the Decimator and try to pull the Y-Wing away, separate the Y-Wing from Biggs and Miranda, and try to have Vader go after him as well. That's kind of what I'm expecting to happen here, and try to take that Y-Wing out between Vader and the Decimator. It'll take a couple turns, but I don't know what the biggest threat is here, honestly, because that stress control is just brutal.
Absolutely. For both of these ships, certainly.
But then again, Miranda with her bomblet generator is nasty. And we haven't even seen that go to work yet, so.
Which way? Oh, there's racking my brain.
Oh, yeah, that chap on the chat is asking what the crit was. It's a Major Hull Breach. So bad news for
Bad news, Bears.
For the Decimator.
Okay, so the Decimator actually decided to turn in. Maybe he's going to. Oh, he can't engine. But you do get to see a little bit of that back end of that Decimator now.
Yeah, there we go. Beautiful modification there.
Good job, Luke Carrington.
And did Vader bump, or is he fitting in there?
Ooh.
Bumping nubs, dude.
I'm surprised he went that way.
Yeah, so that's an excellent bump there with Biggs taking actions away from Vader and in range 1 of Miranda.
Yeah.
So Sozin is asking how many people are at this tournament?
We have 34 players.
34, so a little smaller than last year, but still an excellent turnout. Obviously a very, very competitive field here, and so we expect to see a lot of good games.
Why didn't you fly out to Chicago, Sozin? What's going on here? You know you want to be at our Star Championship. Okay, so we got some dice. Ooh. That's a Vader shot. That is nice.
I have 2 shields.
All hits on Miranda there.
And I see the Palpatine token got put down next to that Decimator. We do have Palpatine riding as a crew on the Decimator.
Okay.
Miranda's only got Vader sitting right next to you. Only got Vader.
Decimator doing range.
Right up then.
So it looks like he's
Go for
going at Biggs.
4.
I'm not sure if it's Biggs or the Y-Wing.
Oh, he's rolling 4 dice. That's not the one.
Yeah.
I guess that was range 1.
Get 1, 2 shields, and a hit.
2 shields and a damage. All 3 damage you're going through. Okay.
Biggs. Out. Shot. So we said 2 obstructed, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, maybe that was Miranda's attack, not.
Yeah.
That was probably Miranda's attack on Vader.
These 2 obstructed. Hey!
And now we have the Y-Wing attacking the Decimator. I
Yep.
think
Fully powered
no
up.
damage on the primary.
That's just gravy if you get that.
No. Face up.
And another damage
Weapons
here, another
failure.
face up.
Yeah.
Of course, it's fucking Christ. Second one's for just another one.
another one.
You gotta get on the dice. Nope.
He does get a die for the debris, but
Your Pascal's
Not
not
enough.
enough. And so I will, I'll check out the crits and check what Miranda's health is if he took damage from Vader.
62. But I mean, it always does. It always
So clearly, Tyler's at a bit of a disadvantage here.
You're flying Kylo.
I mean, that Decimator's stressed the rest of the game, clearly. And I would assume that Y-Wing is just going to push forward to try to keep a little bit of range on that Decimator. So it can continue to use... Well, no, it can't because it's got the title that it has to shoot at the front arc. So we'll see what that Y-Wing does, actually. I'll be curious. I guess that's probably why Tyler turned into it, to hope to get around it and avoid that damage. So we'll see what that Y-Wing does. It might just now have to start its process of slowly turning around, and it's going to be disengaged for a few turns, which could make a difference here for Tyler if he can kind of pull Vader and the Decimator in and shoot down Biggs. That's probably his goal here. Okay, John, what's our update?
The Chirnu now has weapons failure and damaged cockpit. So he's pilot skill 0 and rolling 1 fewer attack dice.
Brutal.
The Y-Wing is down to no shields, which we suspected. And Miranda is down
What's up? Yeah.
2
My desk.
shields.
Oh yeah, that's right. You go first. You want to change anything?
Yeah, just let me.
So I was just saying that the Y-Wing is actually probably going to end up being disengaged now with the direction in which it's pointing, and
Sure.
Vader's going to, since it has to shoot at the front arc, the Decimator is probably going to swing around, try to get behind it,
Sure.
try to double team Biggs in some form or fashion, try to take Biggs off between Vader and the Decimator,
All right.
ideally. So, yep, he's going to dodge that Y-Wing.
Moving first as pilot skill 0.
I'm assuming though that Miranda is going to go forward enough to be able to drop a bomb right on Vader's face
That makes sense. Yeah, it could either be the
with an advanced slam.
either the bomblet generator after the movement.
Oh,
or,
is that bumping? If it's not, that's brutal because he'll still get a primary.
That's right. So takes another stress, which the Y-Wing doesn't mind.
It doesn't care.
No damage.
Next time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see arc there too.
Yeah.
I'm guessing though
We'll
it's
see.
probably
It looks like it's going to clip that back corner if nothing
Yeah.
else. That's brutal for Tyler. I was thinking he was going to get out of that.
if
Good
he,
job on Will on
Yeah.
Will's part to see that because I didn't.
If he had that engine upgrade still,
Yeah,
you
it would,
know,
yeah. Yeah, if he wasn't stressed for days.
and if it wasn't stressed for days.
Okay, so here comes Biggs turning into the Decimator.
Okay. So just being aggressive as all heck on this
Yeah,
Decimator
I mean,
here.
why not? Just try to take it off the board.
Oh, I do need to update the hull on the Decimator.
And I'm gonna probably bump into Vader.
I believe it's down to 4.
Oh, you're. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And, oh, Miranda's dropping a bomb behind her. Okay. Interesting. So I guess Miranda just still wants to shoot, and that's what that is.
Yeah, and Vader might be in range of that bomb, so
Might be, yeah.
yeah, not a bad play.
Oof, Vader is in rough position now.
Yeah, but he could maybe barrel roll.
Yeah, but you barrel roll and you get a Miranda's arc.
Yeah, that's right.
Although I don't know if you care.
Apparently not.
I mean, it's shooting 360 no matter what, so I guess I don't know if you care. You don't have thrusters.
You're taking away the TLT shot at least.
Yeah, from range 1.
And getting out of the way of that bomb, so.
And then we will target lock.
Sort of makes sense here, and you get a good shot on Biggs or the Y-wing. Apparently Biggs.
Yeah.
Vader shot. You're good. Yay, no.
Yay! That's all right. I don't run on them, so
Range 1.
I like how you measured that.
I mean, well, it was more. I was like, I was looking at the arc, and I was like, man, that has
So
to be
that
arc.
bomb
There's no
goes
way that's
off
not. I just wanted to,
harmlessly.
It's actually
So ATC crit, we will add crit with Palp.
Vader.
Yeah, I mean, that bomb plus a Sabine trigger is pretty rough, so I don't blame him for trying to just get out of that.
Okay, so looks like Tyler Palpatined this roll.
lose one
Rolled 3 damage.
Looks like
Added-
Will got 2.
Added a crit from Advanced Targeting Computer, and
what is
looks
that
like Will got
Decimator
2
self-total?
evades there.
He is at. He has 6
I'm not
more.
sure what's
6
happening
more.
on. Oh, I think Tyler's just pulling out, fanning out his damage on the Decimator.
Vader sitting right there.
Okay, so it looks like Decimator's
Yeah, TLT.
going after Miranda.
Just shoot the regular first one. There's one. That does it, right?
Maybe trying to take those shields away from her.
Can't go
Shake
straight.
it. I'm gonna heal them. Sure.
No, the Decimator is pilot skill 0,
Crit.
so it's actually Will's.
Damage sensor.
Ah, there we go.
Will
Okay,
shooting.
There we go. It's Will shooting.
Form
Okay.
actions.
Will shooting at the Decimator. That makes way more sense.
So we get more crits on the board, which we cannot read. We'll figure out soon enough.
I've never seen
If it's relevant.
Oh no, this is. I've had this happen numerous times.
Looks like that might be a range 1 from Biggs to the
range 2.
Decimator.
Got target lock. Gonna use it.
And
Reroll. Looks like 3.
see a lot of paint there.
1, 2, 3. It's 3. If one of those is a direct, that Decimator is probably off the board.
Let's see here.
1, 2, yeah,
No,
off the
that's-
board.
That is a dead
That's it.
Decimator. Wow, so that
That's-
Decimator went down pretty
Yeah,
quickly.
that was. Whew.
We have 48 minutes left in the
Yeah.
round and 62 points wiped out for Tyler.
Yeah.
I mean, Vader's a good ship, but is he that good?
It's gonna take some serious piloting on Tyler's part to get around this.
Absolutely.
Particularly with Miranda and her advanced slam ability to just drop something right on your face.
That's right, yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah, and obviously Tyler has a big points disadvantage here now as well.
And I'll have to double check if the bomblet generator, does that go off after activation is over, or can it trigger instantly?
I believe as like some of the other bombs, I think it goes off after activation.
Because that's relevant.
All right. We're gonna hit that debris again.
Bomblet generator.
All right, we have that Y-wing coming around.
Yeah, it says the token detonates at the end of the activation phase.
Okay.
So
Big's just going straight here, maybe just getting in the way for a block. Not sure what the plan here is.
it might just be to protect that Y-wing, honestly.
That's true. Miranda skirting around the edge of Vader. They're going to mark Vader just to get it right.
Oh, that's the other luck that was gone.
And as Wilder is pointing out in the chat, this is a good spot for a cluster mine.
It is definitely a good spot for a cluster mine. Does he have them?
He does indeed.
Yep. That's
So poor Vader is getting some.
getting it. He's getting something dropped on his face.
That's right. Okay.
Question is if it's going to be 2 or just 1.
Looks like that's what they're trying to figure out. Maybe there's a little daylight there in between. Nope. Looks like he's getting 2 of those.
Brutal.
So here's the first one, and
Looked like nothing on that one.
nothing, and then
3 and out.
2 on that one. And
and
Tyler's just
they're
picking
just
up.
calling it game. Wow. So
Wow.
that was a quick
Okay,
one.
so we got 46 minutes to go.
Wow. 30 minutes in, and they're calling it just too much, too fast with that Decimator
was
going down.
That was brutal. That was just
Vader
wow.
taking damage. I mean, yeah, good time to take a lunch break, I guess. That's,
Yeah.
yeah, just a complete, annihilation here by the Rebel list.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Things just did not get off the ground for Tyler whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think there was something he could have done a little bit better with his setup or his opening strategy there? We didn't really go through it as much because we didn't get started right when they were doing all their setup. But
I think it was a few things. I think it was a bad matchup, first of all. With the stress control,
and the 4 TLTs. Yeah.
4 TLTs. I think it was really bad luck with that crit, but other than that, I'm not sure. I mean, he tried to kite him through the middle, which is kind of the prescribed strategy. Yeah, I think it was just a rough matchup, really for Tyler.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think as rough as it is, you almost I understand why Tyler was trying to kite him through the rocks. You almost need to stay in range one of those TLTs though when you have a 0 agility ship.
Yeah, that's right.
It's hard to do clearly, and you're still taking damage to the face. But I mean, congratulations on Will to do that one hard turn where I thought for sure that Decimator was past him and there was nothing he was going to do about it. Great job on Will's part to keep him in arc and pilot that Y-wing.
Yeah.
Really well,
Yeah,
considering it has a pretty bad dial.
Yeah,
so.
this is one list that you cannot fly on easy mode, and Will showed that. Some brilliant flying, expert flying with this list. So congratulations to him.
Oh.
And I think we'll take a break here. We'll see you guys later for
about an hour.
For round 3 in about an hour.
Yeah, maybe we'll go do some checking of the meta and come back for a quick talk for 5 minutes on the meta of the game. But
absolutely. All right, catch you guys soon.
Thanks.